How's it going, guys? Welcome to RakeRock, and we're comparing today G502 with the MX Master 3, and you'll be surprised what I think about them. Starting with a little background story. These are both my personal mice, and I originally bought the original MX Master that came out in the early 2000s. That was my favorite mouse. Then when they did a reamp on them, I believe like 5 years ago, I bought the upgraded MX Master, and now they have the MX Master 3, which I own as well. I love the MX Master original, and I originally used that for video editing early on, and I thought I would love the MX Master 3 when it came out. The MX Master and then MX Master 2 and 3, you know, bought all the iterations. And I want to say that for a lot of the reasons I love this mouse, I started liking the G502. I got the Lightspeed just because wireless, you know, and to be honest, Logitech's Lightspeed adapter is basically zero latency, at least for me, you know. Whereas the Bluetooth on this one is a little bit latency, but for editing, it's fine. For gaming, it's not so much. But if you get the adapter with this thing, it's completely fine. Now, back to my thoughts on the reason I switched from the MX Master 3 to the G502. The G502 I started using, and this is my gaming mouse for a long time. I had the wired version, and then I got the wireless version when it came out. And the biggest thing with both these mice is the buttons. With the MX Master 3 and MX Master series, they have a scroll wheel on the side, which is extremely nice to go from left to right on editing softwares, whereas the G502 does not. That is a small trade-off to have. Mind you, the G502 has a lot more buttons, and I don't really like using my keyboard when it comes to editing. For doing anything, honestly, I don't really like touching my keyboard. If I could use more shortcuts onto the mouse, I will. And I will say that with the MX Master, what I used to use is they have like a push down button over here that you could go up, down, left, right, and you could set them up for 4 different shortcuts. And I will say that although in theory it's pretty good, in practice it's kind of lacking. I just don't want to really move my hand that much just to get to a shortcut. I'd much rather have a button. And with MX Master you do, and the best part is they have the feature on the side of the button where you click, and it's called Gshift, I think, or it has some sort of name to it, but it gives you an extra shortcut for all the buttons around it. So I have them set up for copy paste, and the same buttons I have for copy paste, I use them for cut and back to select and for a bunch of other shortcuts. And just because of that, I started using the G502 a lot more, and this thing just was on the shelf for the longest time. And honestly, it's hard for me to get out of that rhythm of using the G502 now. The fact that it has more buttons, it's lighter weight, it is a better design for my hands at least, and as well as it has more customizable features in the software, Logitech software. This makes it much more usable for me and for my workflow. And one thing, MX Master does have the Bluetooth, this one does not, so you always have to use a dongle. I will be honest, I do use this when I'm out and about with a laptop, or an iPad, to mind you, but so I do use the MX Master, just not as often as I use this G502. But overall, I love the G502, and I would highly recommend it over the MX Master, specifically for productivity and, without saying, gaming. So guys, if you liked the video, thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, thumbs up anyways, because come on guys, you'll love this. Videos that I make every day and every night, and yeah. Listen guys, take a look at the video, take a look at the description down below for the latest deals, and we will see you next time.